for me, that's the skill and the art of a coach is understanding your player, understanding the background, understanding what's going on in their life. Our parents splitting up, is the dad one of those dads that literally for an hour and a half in the car is giving him information of what he's got to do tonight? On the way home, is he getting a debrief all the time? Well, okay, your debriefs are going to be a little bit better, a little bit different to that kid potentially. We might have some kids who parents don't even watch. So you need to give a little bit more to them. And then
Mhm.
I would maybe give them a phone call and just say, listen, just to let you know, he's been fantastic this last couple of weeks. He's doing everything that we've asked. He's a great kid. He gets the gear in. He's really working hard, or similar. No, he's been messing about a little bit recently. We've had a conversation and we've said it needs to stop really now. So if there's anything you can do, and then also that might be where you say, well, actually, me and dad are splitting up now, or his granddad's just passed away, or his little brother broke his arm last week and we've been at the hospital for 3 nights.
Yeah.
Unless you the person before the player, how are you going to coach them? How are you then able to do? You might be the best coach in the world, and I am definitely not the best coach in the world, 100%. But how are you going to be able to try and get what out of them on the grass, the stuff, if they don't trust you, if you don't know about them, if you don't know what's going on about them?
Yeah. I mean, for me, this is the conversation that's so important in youth football. So much coach training. There's great training out there, right? Every federation has it. It's all on the grass, as you say. This whole other dimension of youth development, youth players, of what's happening between their ears, what's in their heart, confidence and self-image, right? Being so in play for any human being, but particularly young kids, right? How do you think about keeping that confidence, high, or that self-image positive, so that they're ready for the next challenge? They want the next challenge, but also, not letting them get too far ahead of themselves, or kind of take that in the wrong direction. Like, there's a lot to manage there potentially, and how have you experienced this in your coaching?
I think also, you look at something like Mason Greenwood, who just an unbelievable talent. James Wilson, who sort of probably breeze through the academy years, and you have to try and put, we've called them speed bumps or turbulence in it for it because they're that good a player that the game isn't creating enough turbulence and enough speed bumps, road bumps for them. So you might have to manufacture it yourself in terms of playing them up, taking them out of their comfort zone, put them in different environments, and not those two players, but in general, player A, player B. Or then you might have one that is constantly, whether it's a less physically developed player, a late developer, or even an early maturer. So I'm a big believer that, early maturers, yes, may look great on the eye from a scout's perspective, and what if you haven't got the right coach or the right club will push them to the moon, but they lose an unbelievable stage of their life in terms of playing with their peers. But because they are 6'1" at foot, we've got to be playing them in the under 16s. I had this conversation with somebody in my last couple of years, and a big boy, I think he was a 14 at the time, and he said, we need to play him up, and I'm like, no, we don't at all, because he's a baby. He's socially, psychologically a baby. If we play him up, we'll kill him. Oh, but it's too easy for him. Well, okay, we'll find a way. Then we'll find a way internally, maybe training him up a little bit, or we'll, maybe one of the coaches will go up with him as he trains, but we'll take 2 or 3 other players up with him, so he's still got a peer group around him as he's going into there. But there's just that, I won't say lazy coaching and lazy thing, but just like, oh, he's a big player, he's got to play up.